I'm going to review a video called 8 Ways to Gain Respect in Life.
Respect in a man's life is a very serious thing, and many men would rather die
Nothing is serious in life
than to keep getting disrespected. At the same time, most men don't know how to actually gain respect.
I can tell you right away that there's no way to gain respect. It comes naturally. Humans will naturally respect you if you are genetically gifted, so to speak. That's about it. He will probably talk a lot of nonsense, but...
What? Like, people can respect you for things like being polite. And I don't know how, like, gene-related that is.
It should be funny.
Make sure you stick around until the end, because the last one might just be the most important. Number 1. Force respect. Respect is forced. You don't ask or beg.
Okay, for one thing, think about who owns this channel, who made this video.
This is cringe as fuck, dude. What channel is this a response to? Far from, manosphere bullshit. And of course, the person who runs this channel never shows their face because they're probably a fucking dweeb. I wouldn't be surprised if this is like a fucking 15-year-old kid and they hire some dude off of Fiverr for the voiceover.
Video because he's really obsessed with steroids, bodybuilders, which is all very anti-masculine, fake, and man, even though they won't say it, really disrespect you for being so unnatural. And nature is programmed inside of all of us. It's nothing that we can change, it's just how we see life. And even though they won't say it out loud, deep down, subconsciously, that's how all men see other men. That's just how they see life.
Many people will say that this is wrong, but that is because they don't truly understand what it
Deformed jaw guy.
means. I'll give you an example.
Oh my god.
This was a foreign fighter that
I love how he calls Andrew Tate ugly and he looks like he's deformed. Oh my god, Sverige is such a fucking
came
idiot.
from the mountains. He was a Muslim that did not speak much English, but his fighting skills were undeniable. His name was Habib. Back when he wasn't famous yet, he was competing, and there were a lot of disrespectful and racist comments by fight fans. However, he just kept smacking.
There still are. He has haters. Like, what the fuck did... So, if there are people who are trolls online making fun of you and shit, there's nothing you can do about that. You're always gonna have fucking haters. Like, this guy who runs a fucking channel talking about masculinity and how to be, like, a stronger man, he's saying, give a fuck about what random people online say about you? Like, is that not very counterintuitive to having at least self-respect? Like, why should you care what people online say? Like, total fucking randoms.
Smashing their favorite fighters with ease. Slowly, you could see the racist remarks becoming less and less. Eventually, he became an undefeated champion, and many haters had turned into fans. They pretended they never hated him in the first place. Why? Habib forced people to respect him.
It's simply because only slaves watch loser stuff like this, and the fighters themselves are loser slaves who fight against each other for money, which doesn't exist. It's the very definition of what a slave is, and
this is coming from a guy who begs people for money online, by the way.
it really doesn't matter what these people think about them, what they think about themselves, because they are completely lost in life anyway. Of course they will change their opinion from this and that, and the next day they will go and watch video game tournaments. It's completely irrelevant anyway. A natural male does not care what anybody thinks about him, and that's already one way that you can actually gain respect. Once you have this mindset, if you like, whatever you want to call it, other men will know, and that's when they will respect you.
He didn't know the
There is a level of truth to that. If people know you don't fucking care, they're not gonna bother going out of their way to talk shit. It's hilarious how on a lot of these topics, Sverige actually knows more than, you know, somebody who like, if they were to take an IQ test, would probably score much higher than Sverige. Like, they at least know the Earth is round.
These fans personally, but he still forced them to respect him by smashing their favorite fighters in the weight class. If you want to gain respect, you force it upon the world. But
it's so incredibly delusional. Lame. He's almost talking like parents who beat their children because they believe that then they will at last respect them. When in reality, their nerves are damaged, for example, because of all the garbage food that you're feeding them. And that's why they are freaking out all of the time and don't respect you because they are not even capable, seeing as they are somewhat mentally ill already. If you in any way try to force respect through pain, then in the case of the parents, the children will end up hating the parents, most likely. You will most definitely never gain respect out of that.
Jesus Christ, this is just so cringe. He's like... A lot of these manosphere people say things that, like, mean nothing. They're talking without saying anything. So they'll say something cool like, force respect. And then they'll give an example of, like, you know, somebody gaining respect for, like, being accomplished at a given sport. It's like, okay, well, what the fuck does that mean? They gained respect for being good at the sport. Like, that's forcing respect? So just being good at something is forcing respect? Like, it's buzzwords and trying to sound cool and badass.
Being so undeniably good and dominant that they can't help but respect you.
Really delusional.
Man that is always failing. A failure can't force other people to respect him. Now imagine the same man crushing all the competitors and leading his team to the highest level.
Yeah, whoever made this video is completely brainwashed. If that's his goal in life, having some, you know what, I can't say the word on YouTube, dancing.
Love how he shows Andrew Tate. Andrew Tate is a criminal and he's in jail now. Like, the guy's talked about how he's frauded people. It's just so pathetic. These people think, like, just because the guy has money that, you know, he's somebody to admire.
For him, then he's completely lost in life. And again, we see Squirrel-Faced Tate.
Everyone respects him now, even the competitors that have been beat. They might not like him, but they are forced to respect him. Number 2, don't apologize just to avoid conflict. This does not mean you never apologize. If you do something wrong, it is important to acknowledge it.
I would agree with this.
I can't listen to this anymore. The fucking voice is just